Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Brian, and this is Love and Breakfast, our video blog. And today we went to the factory in Farmington. And Lori, you want to tell them how we picked the factory out and went all the way down to Farmington?
Yeah, so I guess words got out that we have our breakfast date on Fridays and that we are trying local breakfast places. So one of our cute little couples from church, Bob and Jeannie Bates, suggested we go down there. They're like the experts on places to eat.
Yep. You can trust anybody who has an RV. They know every place around, at least for breakfast and stuff like that. So we went to the factory, and it literally looked like an industrial complex from outside, which isn't a bad thing as we describe what this place looked like, but it looked like a warehouse or a factory or something like that, so the name was appropriate, but it was actually more than just a restaurant, right?
Yeah, it was like super cool. You walk in there, and at first I was confused because I saw Mexican sign and the neon signs in the window, and I thought, that's a strange thing for breakfast. But then when you walk through the door, the breakfast place was there. And then it has all these other shops. Like there's 2 other restaurants on the second floor, a Mexican and Italian. And then on the 3rd floor, there were other cool shops. So it really was a factory.
Yes. I mean, somebody made great use of this space. So it was kind of a neat vibe going in. Now, as far as the food, very much diner food, and that's not really a bad thing.
No, we love diner food.
Yeah, diner food is kind of the thing that started this thought process, right? We like that. Like Lori said last week, we're 2 people who could eat breakfast from morning, noon, and night, so that's not a problem there. But it was the opposite end of the spectrum than last time.
Yeah. Yes, last week we had like table linens and we did have a fireplace though. We sat there at a fireplace.
We did.
So we did have that. But yeah, it was like a diner within this building. Yeah. So it kind of messes with your senses a little bit. Like, oh, wait a minute. But yeah, it was super cool.
You know, and I would say the one down for me is it was diner food without the diner atmosphere, because I like to be a counter sitter. I like to be able to interact with the waitress and maybe see what's going on in the back and stuff like that. And the seating arrangement was more like a restaurant. So you got the diner food, but you didn't really get the diner feel, and so that affected maybe the time it took the waitress to get to us and stuff like that. Because we were kind of tucked around the corner, and that couldn't have been easy for her to maintain different tables that way. But the food was great.
Yeah, it was really good. I was going to be so I'm just one of those old people that order the same thing almost every time I go out somewhere. He loves trying something strange, unusual. So on the way down there, plus I'm trying to count my calories, and today's Warren's 20th birthday, so we're going to eat at Olive Garden. So I was like, what could I eat that I'm not going to totally blow out my whole entire day? So I was like, pancakes are safe. That's a safe bet. Then I got in there and I was like, they got a breakfast burrito with like everything that I like crammed in a burrito. So that's what I got. It had eggs, cheese, hash brown, sausage, and bacon all wrapped up in gooey greasiness. I mean, like run down my hand greasiness, but
in a good way.
But in a good way. I mean, like bacon grease. You can't go wrong with bacon grease.
So I got an omelet, which is a pretty standard meal, right? Toast, omelet, hash browns. But again, this is ordering something different here. I got a gyro. Not a gyro. Not a gyro.
No. You guys are going to have to watch Luke Bryan's.
A gyro.
Yeah, Luke Bryan has a video on this, how to say it. So,
I actually graduated and passed my class in Greek. It's a hero. Anyways, but it was good. I mean, just imagine that sandwich, but instead of in pita bread, it's just wrapped in 3 eggs, all right, and turned into an omelet. So where else are you going to get that around here? That's the only place I found a gyro stuffed omelet. And so that was pretty good. The hash browns probably could have been done a little more crisp, but that's typically something you have to ask any place to do. So that's not a knock against these guys. I should have just remembered to do that. But yeah, it was a pretty good trip for as far as Farmington is from us. Still in Jefferson County there, but I thought overall a really good experience. A neat place. If you're ever down there and say you're gonna travel your way back, say seeing antique stores and stuff like that, that's a good place to kind of start your day, start your morning, big breakfast, energy to go throughout the day.
Yeah, and then we walked some of our calories off afterwards because we walked around the little shops. They had the boys would have loved it because they had a bookstore that had all the board games that you could think of, and books comic books and stuff like that. And then we found a t-shirt shop that does t-shirt prints upstairs. So it was really nice, just walking around. And then we got to drive around the cute little part of Farmington that we hadn't been before. I think we've been to Farmington but stayed up on the highway mostly.
Yeah.
So we got to see all the cute little charming houses and the downtown area.
It's a little off the main drag. So if you've ever just been driving through Farmington and thinking you're going to look for a place you need your GPS or know where this is to get there.
Yeah, it's the downtown part. So, but we love that kind of part,
And I would be remiss if I did not add in my rating of their online menu, because we talked last week about liking to see what was ahead, and they had a very good, very readable, I'd give it 5 stars, online menu. So if you want to look ahead and see what they have at the factory in Farmington, their website is really good for that. So 5 stars on that part.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us again on a Friday morning. And we look forward to seeing you. Next week we'll have a extra person with us. I'm watching a sweet little girl from church. So she's going to join us. So, we'll just decide where we're going from there.
All right. This has been Love and Breakfast. Thank you for joining us. You have a blessed week.